Good Friday morning. Glad I got a chance to spend some time with you, and I hope it'll be an encouragement to you today. Looking at these leadership principles, and the principles can be applied to our life and how that we live for the Lord Jesus Christ, so that we might have an influence on others. We might make a difference. We come to the next leadership principle, and this principle shows you a lot of the heart of Nehemiah, and he had a heart for the people. Because in Nehemiah chapter 5, and you look down to verse 16, and it says, well, let's go look back at the verse 15. But the former governors that had been before me were chargeable unto the people, and had taken of them bread and wine, besides 40 shekels of silver. Yea, even their servants bare rule over the people, but so did not I, because of the fear of the Lord. But notice that. He said they took bread and wine from the people. They took 40 shekels of silver from the people, which was an extremely large amount of money, probably a year's wages. And he says, but I didn't do that. Now, look at verse 16. So also I continued in the work of this wall, neither bought we any land. All my servants were gathered there in the word. He said, I didn't use an opportunity to take anything from anyone. But verse 18 is very important. Now that which was prepared for me daily was 1 ox, 6 choice sheep. Also fowls were prepared for me. Once in 10 days store of all sorts of wine. Yet for all this required not I the bread of the governor, because the bondage was heavy upon the people. Now, what is Nehemiah saying here? Well, he's saying in verse 15 that the former governors had taken bread and wine from the people and required that they give him 40 shekels of silver. They took a salary. Nehemiah said that, matter of fact, if you look back in verse 17, that he had 150 people at his table that he fed every day. And in verse 18, he says, I fed them out of my own pocket. I didn't get required from the people. I paid for the food and I fed these individuals. And he says, in the end of this verse, he says, because the burden was heavy upon the people, because of the poverty that was there, he said, I'm not going to require anything out of them. I'm not going to take from them. I'm going to take care of it myself. Now, what does this mean? It means this: great leaders understand the plight of the people. Great leaders understand the plight of the people. Nehemiah was not going to put more on the people than what was already on them. They were living in poverty. He was not going to use his office for his own personal gain. Boy, don't our politicians need to hear this today? Nehemiah was there to help the people, to serve the people. He was there for the people. And so great leaders, they don't add a burden on top of the people's burdens already. Matter of fact, in the next verse it says this: think upon me, my God, for good, according to all that I have done for this people. In other words, Nehemiah says, I'm here because I want to help the people. I'm here doing it for the people. I don't want anything out of them. I'm not looking for a reward from the people. I just want the Lord to remember that I've done good to the people. Nehemiah had a heart. Nehemiah's heart was filled with love for his brethren, for his homeland. He was there to serve the people. He was there to make their lives better. He was there to help, not to get rich, not to take advantage. Unfortunately, we're living in a society today where many politicians, the only thing they do is use their office to take advantage of the people for material gain so they can line their own pocket. A true leader understands the plight of the people, and he does what is necessary to help the people because he loves the people. That's what we need to see out of church leaders today. That's what we need to see out of our national leaders and state leaders. People who are really in office to help the people, not line their own pockets. So what does this mean for us? Well, I think what it means for us is we need to look at our motives. Why are we doing what we're doing? Are we doing it to receive the accolades and rewards from people? Are we doing it to help them because we love them? We need to see what our motives are, and we need to do what's right. I hope you have a great weekend. Hope to see you in church on Sunday. If you don't have a church family, come visit us at Christ Independent. I know you'll receive a blessing from it. Brother Matt does a wonderful job. So, have a great weekend. Be in the Lord's house Sunday, worshiping the Lord, and I'll see you on Monday.